Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we're heading off to do a rerun of a race that we have already previously done. We're going to be heading across to Asia and we're going to be heading to the high-speed ring for the GT Cup Gr.4. Now before we do that, I'm just going to go into the options and make sure that we're on the race difficulty of hard, which we are. So we come out of there, we just go back into the GT Cup Gr.4. One of the reasons why we are redoing this is because I did it previously in the Ferrari. And a lot of people are saying that you cannot change the settings in this particular race now, whereas I could before. So now we're going to do it in the Mazda Gr.4 that is becoming the go-to car for Gr.4s. Also, you'll notice the usable tyre and tyre types are racing hard, intermediates and wets. So we've got to be running on the hard tyres. We've got the partial brake balance is allowed, but that's pretty much all. And if we go into the car settings, you'll notice that I've got the racing hard tyres on. But we cannot change any of the suspension settings. We can't change the differential settings. We cannot change the output adjustment settings or the ballast or the power restrictor, despite the fact that I've already got all of those items available to me. And you'll notice in the top left-hand corner that the BOP is applied, and that is part of our problem. So I'm going to go with the Mazda for this one. And then if we enter into the race, you can see there now the BOP is applied for this high-speed track. And although our car is a 542 horsepower car, it is now restricted to 380 and the weight thankfully is the same, but we are drastically reduced on this particular car for this particular race. So let's see how we go with the GT Cup Gr.4 high-speed ring, 5 laps, and this is on the hard settings in the Mazda. So for this one, I'm running on traction control 1. I've got my brake balance full to the rear. I've got my fuel map set to 1. And then I'm going to set the radar on so we can keep an eye. Initially, just try and get through these cars. You just want to slipstream the cars as much as you can. Just rev this Mazda out. And I'm just going to go high to go around that first car. Have we got him? Just got him done, coming up the inside of the Mustang. For this one we are going to need to brake, so I'm going to brake down into 4th at the beginning of the green area. I'm a little bit all over the place on the gears and my car positioning at the moment, just while we try and get through this traffic. Going to try and keep this one clean if we can, although we've got to get through this traffic as quick as we can, although we've got 5 laps, got plenty of time. So as you come through the tunnel, normally I pick up the curb on the right hand side as the 2 cars in front are doing. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to get the opportunity to do that, because if we come off it, I'm just going to dab a brake. I'm just taking a lower line through there. The Nissan and the Mazda were pretty quick through there, so I'm just going to let this rev out a little bit, up into 6th gear. Now remember, this one is flat out, no lifting on this particular corner. So this is only lap number 2, we're in 3rd place already. We are on the hard settings, so we know that we're going to need to work on this a little bit. Just picking up a slipstream, you can see how much you can gain under the slip. Going to go up the inside of this one and watching out for that grey bit on the right hand side, just down at the 4th gear. Going to need to keep that low now, so braking a little bit more than I would normally, so as we don't run too wide and catch the Nissan on the way through. Again, watching out for the green patch, just down into 3rd. I've got the Mazda coming up the inside of me, the AI taking no prisoners in this one. Just picking up the inside of the curb there. Again, I can't run this curb as the Nissan's doing. We're going to try and undertake him on the inside. Pick up the inside of the curb here. He's still running around the outside, so we'll pick up the slipstream on that one. That is the first place runner in front of us. We've still got 3 laps to get by him, so plenty of opportunity. Remember, flat through this one, but I'm going to go high. Just go around the outside of him. So we're now out in front. So now we can control things a little bit. So beginning of the green patch down at the 4th gear, just keep the brake on the way through the corner, use a bit of the green on the way out. Come across to the left, watching for the green section again. Braking down to 3rd for this one, just try and pick up this curb. Just come off it a little bit there, but that's absolutely fine. Just a little bit of accelerator and then off to negotiate that corner. Don't hit the barrier on the way through the tunnel. Stay over to the right hand side here, just pick up this curb, and this Mazda absolutely runs around it beautifully. Come off the curb at the end of the red and white section, just feather the throttle through here. Still just in 5th gear for the moment. We're going to let the revs climb up into 6th, so we're now 1.1 seconds ahead. Again, this one flat out through here. So just beginning to turn on the 50-meter board there, just coming down on the bottom of the apron. Just let it come out to the right hand side as you exit the curb. This one's the tight one, so we're going to brake at the beginning of the green part down at the 4th gear. Some of the cars actually run around the green section there. I think that is the quicker way, but occasionally I was hitting the wall and it was all getting a little bit scrappy, so I tended to prefer to run it the way that I'm running. You could do it perfectly well. It's nice and easy, this race. Very, very easy in this Mazda. Again, I did it in the Ferrari last time for a relatively easy win on hard. This Mazda is very, very, very quick down the straights, and it's not too shabby through the corners either, so it's a nice choice for this track. And for all you Mazda 3 haters, and there's a lot of us out there that have got fed up with this car, unfortunately, sometimes you've got to go for the car that's going to work for you. And you can see I'm nearly 2 seconds ahead of the pack now. Just carry on flat through this one. Braking for this one. Again, if you want to go around the green bit, you can do. I'm not overly confident with that. I don't particularly like going around it that way, but you can see that I have actually taken a lot more time off of the corner there, so making time on the car behind out to 2 seconds now. So that's just another example of how you can go through that corner. This one, you want to get the wheel up on the curb all day long around here, just not on the grass, and then come off just as you see the red and white bit. Just come off the accelerator slightly through there, let it drift up to the top of the banking, and then we've got a straight run to the start and finish line, and a very, very, very easy win in this Mazda. And obviously that is now the newer way that I am doing this particular race now. Now that we've got this Mazda 3, and because now it is BOP set, so PD have made some changes to that one that has made that a little bit more interesting. Didn't get a clean race bonus on that occasion, which is a bit of a pain. We have 1 or 2 touches, but it is very, very easy to do that one on clean. I've done it several times while I was preparing for this particular video. So that is the Gr.4 Cup at the High Speed Ring on hard, following the 1.4 update, where PD have changed this race significantly so that you now, it's BOP applied, so balance of power is applied, and it means you cannot tune the car in the way that I had tuned previously. Also, you are now fixed with the racing hard tyres, so quite some change to this particular challenge following that update. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, please consider subscribing. And I'll be back with more of these videos coming soon, where I'm starting to revisit some of the races that have changed significantly in recent updates. For now, I look forward to seeing you on another video coming very soon. Take care. Bye bye.